Okay, so I'm streaming right now on twitch.tv/YouTube, and this is the current state of the Railyard that I have right now. Looks different from yesterday's stream here. So firstly, let me just describe what's happening here and how I just theorized this whole thing up. I've noticed that I made a planning error since the very beginning. So I have some backup on this line here, and it's kind of too late to go back. Well, it's not too late, but I'm just really lazy to just wipe everything out, just to move it a little bit over. So I made this underground bypass, which is pretty unrealistic over here. But yeah, I might need another terminal somewhere else for all these trains to go, because there's just a lot of backup here. But basically, let me just tell you what's going on here. Well, firstly, let's begin on this corner. Here we have this. This is a transfer station from the internal industrial to the internal commercial here. And as you can see, the industrial line stops on this side, and then all the freight goes either on the highway, or they just transfer onto this line over here, and this line goes all the way to down here, closer to the downtown area. And I think I've solved like 99% of my freight problems. I just have maybe 1 or 2 buildings that are still crying out for stuff, and I still have a lack of resources problem, but I also have more access, so I think we're on a good track here, or a good direction. But aside from that, this is a transfer station from the internal industrial to the internal commercial. And then let's move on over down here. This side is not being utilized as much yet, because this is actually for the specialization line here. We have a specialization going to the internal industrial, but they're still using it for some other purposes. Not sure where it's coming from. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's also another regional route that comes all the way down here and goes over here. So it's being partly used, but it'll be used more often once we get the specialization going, with the oil going on over there and stuff. And here's the industrial, internal industrial going back and forth on this line, and this line is just I'm gonna have to figure out where to put the next terminal, because this is just getting clogged up. A minor planning design since the very beginning, just one design error and the whole thing just collapses. It's crazy. So but yesterday I went through the first draft, and I had some even worse congestion than this, and I had only one. Well, moving from the specialization to the industrial internal, we have the industrial internal with the external right here. So before, I just had that only. I didn't have this side yet. So just having these 4 in yesterday's design, it was getting really clogged up, and I had to find a way to add another line for the internal industrial, because there's just so much coming from the industrial terminal, either being for exporting purposes or just importing. So that made me put 2 terminals down here, so that way they could get exported out to. We have a little highway that comes from over here. So that solved the problem about 50%, and we still have this problem with the other line over here. So I may have to extend. Oh, whoops! May have to extend a terminal all the way down here and just relieve some stress off of this, because this minor planning error. I should have just spaced it out just a little bit to add another track in here so we could bypass. But this is still slightly helping, but maybe if I added another cargo terminal over here, if I can move all this. No, I think that's too risky. But yeah, over here, I originally had a loop just like this one down here, but because there was so much traffic coming from the industrial internal with the external, I decided to make them independent of each other and then have these connected underground, as you can see here, and they connect to this bypass that goes onto the main highway over here, and this is kind of clogged up a little bit, but I want to keep it this way because I like the design. It's just whenever traffic comes from this direction, there's a merging issue, and I wish the AI was smart enough to use 2 lanes, and I don't have traffic plus plus anymore, so it's so well anyways. But I'm just gonna install traffic plus plus once it gets better, like updated. But for now, I just cannot tolerate the performance issues that I get from it. It really just makes the game really boring and lifeless. But now I see all this traffic moving around very quickly. It just brings a whole new meaning to this game. It's like brand new to me. And this train station just burned down recently, so I'm gonna put it back in here. Even though I had a fire station right next to it, the fire trucks or firefighters are being lazy and not putting out the fires. But yeah, so this is the internal industrial with external. And moving over to here, we have a specialization line that connects with the external. So we have some just exporting purposes, just to generate some profit if we get like access from the specialization and stuff. So that's why I only have 1 terminal here, because I doubt that'll be used very much, because my city is probably just going to use all that specialization materials up quicker than the external that wants it. And over here we have external going to the internal commercial over here, and then this will transfer all the way down to merging with the industrial internal / internal commercial line and meeting it at this one station here. I'm planning to add another station there just to make it look more legit, I guess. But yeah, this is it for now. Not much is going on here because I'm already making the processed goods anyway. A lot, as you can see here, there's just a lot of traffic going on, and I added this temporary interchange here. It's pretty sloppy, but I'm planning to expand this highway out that way, and that's it for this. And oh yeah, over here I done some landscaping that took me quite a few hours here. I took this inspiration from my stay in Japan. There's this big river in between, or that runs through Osaka, and Osaka is in the Kansai area, Kansai region, and the 2 major cities in Kansai region, well actually there's 3, there's Kobe, Osaka, and Kyoto, but we're just talking about Osaka and Kyoto here. In between Osaka and Kyoto, there's a whole bunch of like little rivers that meet up into the one big river that cuts through Osaka, and there's a lot of railroads and highways that cut through that area as well. All that is like countryside / suburbs, and in Japan, how they design rivers, well, they don't design rivers, but like how they design the environment around the rivers is that they make kind of like these really high like hill things. As you can see here, that's what I was trying to replicate on this, like a long slope with, sometimes they have some concrete, some kind of like concrete fishnet base or something like that, just to stabilize the soil, I guess, because sometimes they would make it very steep, and I believe these are for like flood control purposes, so they would make the, I guess you could say, what are these, the riverbeds or the banks of the rivers really high in case of flooding. And I've stretched it all the way over here, and working with these railroads, going over several different elevation differences and going with curves is really annoying to do, but I've managed to do it after a few hours, and here we have it extended over here. And I decided to stop the seawall trending going on over here and just have a natural environment that I would also see in that area between Osaka and Kyoto. We have like these kind of like, I wanted to have, there's just feel like very few mods that have like tall grass, so unfortunately I There's like there is grass, but there's like they're really small models, and I want something bigger. And there is one model for a very tall grass, but I don't think it's really nice because it has some lighting issues with it. So I didn't really use that, but I just used these large bushes to line the banks of the river here, and made this kind of little island here. And lined the whole, just continue lining the whole thing with the large bushes. And I removed the sewage plant thing here because the map editor put a water source that would just constantly spawn here. So I think that's really good to have the continuous flow going on without any like polluted water going in here anyways. But I am going to put a water treatment center, but I'm going to use these clarifiers which don't require, you know, dumping into a river or whatever. They just put it on the side of the road, and there you go. There's your water treatment. So that's what I plan to do over here, and make it somewhat look convincing that it's using the river, but it's not going to be using the river directly, so the water will be clean over here. So no more dirty water running through my city. So that's good, but I'm going to have to figure out a way offline to fix this traffic congestion. Just on this industrial sector, there's this congestion over here, but this side is perfectly clear because it's running onto this newly established side over here. But this side is just, I'm not sure why that side has so much traffic, even though they have both same amounts of train terminals and stuff like that. But I'm going to have to look at that problem offline. So in this episode, I'm going to try to like do some detailing here with this industrial area. There's one thing that bugs me about this industrial area, and probably might bug you as well, is that this rail yard is extremely wide and huge, and I don't like that. The main reason is because these cargo terminals are just so big. They really just stretch out the rail landscape here, and also that I have to give enough spacing for these railroad tracks to properly merge, because if I put them just side to side, you cannot make that intersection with the railroad tracks running crossing over. So it's pretty unfortunate. So we have to pretty much widen these whole train lines out over here, and I just wish that I could put them side by side and make the lines just more like just merge. So over here at this distance, 45 degrees is the opportunity for it to intersect. Okay, so here's the highways over here. So I'm going to find out what I can do to detail. I'm going to add like a whole bunch of cargo stuff in between here, and I have these temporary power plants from StarCraft, additional pylons over here. And I'm not going to move those over yet. Just going to figure out what to do here. Probably, I think I'm going to add, like, probably just going to move this one over. Or delete it in general. I think I'm going to put this here. Whoops. So we could have these little things that go over the railroad tracks, and I could do the same thing over here. Just imagining if there's trucks or something over here, I guess. And there's also another one that goes with the 3, and it's this one. And I think this is pretty cool. I'll probably put out the ends and see what I could do in the middle. Maybe the middle will just be... oh, darn, there's not enough space. But I wonder what I could put in there. Oh, this one's another... oh, that's pretty cool. This one's smaller, so I'm just gonna use this, and hopefully, it does fit. Okay, so that's good. It's just that maybe I want to reflect this one over. There we go, so that way it's like opposite from this side. So now we're getting a lot more gray into this area, and also a lot more colorful than just seeing the green stuff here, and I'm also going to probably put like where is that thing? This gravel underneath these trail tracks. Just got to turn on the overlay, and you can like see it change the terrain color. It's just that it'll probably have problems over here because this thing does not work very well on like different surfaces. It only works well on flat surfaces, so I might have issues. Well, I mean, that seems to work, so I think that's okay. Oh, you know what would probably be really nice is if I used like these cargo centers like FedEx or something. And I think maybe somewhere in this land that's like scarred by the railroad tracks. I think if I just extend these roads out a little bit, I think I could get it to work. Like have a distribution center over here. Damn, I can't say anything right now. It's like really late. Not sure what I'm gonna do with this land over here. Probably gonna put some like parks over here, just to, you know, since we're in an urban environment, might as well just take advantage of the green space we have and just put some parks here that are right next to an industrial zone. And I was actually thinking about, since we have so much fertile land over here, I might make it kind of like a farmland. Not like farmland as you would see like in America or Europe, but like something similar you would see in Japan, especially where I stayed. This place I stayed was at Hirakata, in between Osaka and Kyoto, and to us it'll probably look like a city to us, but by their standards it's pretty rural, countryside-ish, because there's houses and suburbs, but there's also like a bunch of farms that are just like squeezed in to these little areas. And I think that's what I'm going to do along the Railyard area, but I still want to keep like the huge density look of the city over here, so I'm probably just going to make like little small areas of farmland that is side right next to the railroad and the expressway and stuff like that. It won't be too big of a farmland. It'll just be like, you know, I guess you could say like someone's garden. But that's pretty much the size that I'll be doing in like these little areas over in this fertile land over here. So that's what I plan to do in the future. So there we go. What is this TNT? Never heard of it. To me it's like a TV channel, but I don't know if there's actual shipping company called TNT somewhere in the world. I think maybe better if I center it. And that'll be the dead end for this. Just gotta flatten the ground in the back here. There we go. And put back that incinerator. Where is it? Okay. And for over here, let's see what I could put. What other buildings do I have? I have more TNT buildings and DHL. I think we have enough space to push it back over here. Just gotta flatten this out. I think I'm gonna use DHL this time. Whoops. Then I'm getting a whole bunch of lag. I think it's because I'm streaming at the same time. But it only happens when it's like when I'm like some kind of menu thing pops up. So for over here, this is too long. Probably something like this. I'll just put that there too. Dang, I gotta go back into that industrial collection and like find out I have to download any other assets, because it didn't give me like the message that I must like need a vehicle or something. So I don't know what's up. I don't know how this became water viewed. Oh, okay, there we go. Guess it's from the pipes that I had to lay down earlier. Okay. So now it's really starting to take shape. We got a bunch of... Looks really awesome, rather than looking at all the green. And let's... How wide is this? Let me check what this looks like. Okay, so... Maybe I'll just... I suppose we could put it over here. Oh, it doesn't really connect to the thing very well. Put some containers, more containers there, and I'll just put that there because it's, oh, never mind, it's having the little terrain, little issues there. Just gonna put this. What else could I put here? I'm gonna go back to the beginning. I think these are pretty wide. Oh, that one actually works. Okay, so that's good. This one is huge. Probably put this... Nah. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'll probably put like a whole bunch of containers on this side over here. You know, the City Skylines music that I'm listening to right now, which is the game music, it's not so bad, but definitely not as good as Sim City. Because this just feels like it's just music. It's just playing in the background. Sim City actually has like a vibe to it that's enjoyable to listen. I'm gonna push the land back over here. This one needs to be fixed. Or maybe I'll just leave it like that, just for this terminal area, and then we'll do something like this. Maybe all the way to about here. Like that. I mean, we're getting some traffic here, but it's not so bad. I mean, well, considering that the amount of vehicles that are stacked inside the cargo terminal that are coming from the trains, yeah, it's pretty bad because they're keeping the cargo inside the train terminal. I could have extended it out, but there was just too much traffic. I don't know. I mean, this side is doing okay. This side is because it has the ramp connection closer to it. It's not as bad. Or I mean, it's a little bit worse than this one. Let's see, I could probably put some cargo over here. Well, I'll just do this side because it's a lot more easier to do this side. I'm thinking about pushing this back because of this ruler graph thing where you have like the 4 and 4. Well, actually 8 I meant. And I think that fits the largest. Yep, there we go. Pretty surprised that there's more people watching now than usual. I guess because I'm talking rather than just flat out music. Okay, so yeah, this industrial sector seems to be working pretty well, but this side is just, it has more like a lack of resources going on because this train line that this has is just jammed constantly. Not sure why though, because this area has the same amount of terminals as this one, and it just does not make any sense to me of why. And I think this side would just have more industrial than this side. Don't know what's causing the jam, but other than that, you know, we could have just put another terminal down. Oh well. Yeah, look at this jamming, it's so bad. And this jamming is ridiculous, just because of a simple merge. If only the AI would use both lanes, regardless of traffic ++. I think it's pretty dumb how they do that. May have to add I'll probably extend this road out and then make another ramp or a interchange over here that'll link up to this area, or maybe I could just do it right now. Yeah, so instead of always saying future tense. I really try to not put too much roads in this area because, you know, there's already a bunch of railroad tracks, but well, since I don't want to change this because I like the design, it's very compact and stuff. I mean, this whole area is going to be dead space anyways because we have a bunch of railroad tracks. So I'm not going to put industrial over here anyways, because we already have enough industry over there, and I don't want to like really pollute the ground over here. So I think I'm just going to put like maybe, I have no idea what to put here. Probably just residential buildings or something. And I have a death boom going on right now. That's pretty bad. Oh well. My population is declining because I removed the realistic population mod, and I guess a generation just died off. So now we have new buildings coming in with like the new buildings don't take on the realistic population stats. They just revert back to vanilla stats. So yeah. This one's kind of a weird curve. I don't know. Kind of lazy to change it though. Change that to 2-laner. And Yeah, everything seems to be going good for now. Yeah. Just gotta extend this road out. Oops. I guess 4 is always the number to go. Okay. That one's too close to the railroad track. It's a little bit okay, just having some of these little terrain issues here, but I think these small little concrete bases sell it. But I think this is pretty nice to use for this dead space over here. And maybe put some more cargo, maybe? If it would look right. This might slope downward though. Well, that's actually pretty interesting to see. Probably not the best way to store stuff, but it does look pretty interesting though. It's like a pathway up of cargo container things. Okay, so oh, this one's duplicated. Use a different building for that. Okay, that looks better. Let's see. It's not so bad. Just gotta do some concrete detailing over here, and then maybe add some more cargo props over here or something, like, I don't know, like that, I guess. In these little pocket of areas, and maybe add a few trees down, like lining the tracks or something. But so far it looks pretty good. It's just this jamming again. Just minor planning error since the very beginning. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do this again, because this is I don't understand. Look, this side doesn't get any jamming at all, and this side just decides to jam all the time. I may have to like bulldoze this whole entire area again, and then just start fresh. See how it goes. But I don't know. That's a lot of work to do. Look at these trains. Absolutely dumb. They're just sitting there. Got some buildings complaining about trash. Yeah, the population is not really looking happy. Even though we solved the cargo demand problem in the city, we just have another death wave going on, and it's really annoying. Just hate how death is. I know that it's just how the game is, but I think it's just really ridiculous that you need to see every building, almost every building has a dead person's like in it. Like, you could just
scroll through the whole city and just see dead people everywhere. I guess this is a zombie apocalypse version of City Skylines, like in SimCity. It's just that instead of getting zombies, you just get death waves. And we got some pockets of undeveloped buildings here, because a lot of development went on recently, so it just things are going downhill. I think maybe I'll put some commercial here, actually. Whoops. Delete these buildings. Delete that as well. I think it'll be nice to put, yeah, commercial next to next to the Nintendo Junction over here. I need to fix this real quick though. Oh my god, that's another thing that bothers me about this game. Okay. Don't need this though. Well, these are like graph roads that I used to build Nintendo Junction, so these are just temporary roads, but now I'm just kind of like using those graph roads as like, you know, that. Maybe I could delete these here. I don't think any revisions are happening again with Nintendo Junction, because I think I've got it down. So I'll just delete those and then zone some stuff here. Well, I don't know how things could build under there though, but I think looks nice. Okay. Now I just gotta wait. I mean, we have a huge commercial demand, but I don't know how fast like that'll happen. Like, well, actually they're just growing right now. Okay, so that's good. Yeah. I'm thinking about putting like a office district over here. Have like the major high rises here, like the Shanghai Financial Center and stuff, and like Bank of China, and like this little area right here. I just gotta like destroy everything here and clear up the workspace and just build. Oh, wow, no power and water. There should be water though. I thought I put pipes there. Okay, just that area is not covered. And this area as well. Oops. And I'll just put a pylon there. But I think it'll be really nice to see like skyscrapers surrounding this interchange. It'll be really awesome, especially since I've reduced the height of the interchange here. Looks a lot better, not extremely tall. But yeah, this is a Railyard over here now that is kind of finished. Just got to do some small detailing, and I think majority of it is finished. I just got to find a way to solve this rail line problem. We had like extra trains spawning on this industrial to external line over here because of the industrial to specialization line over here. So it was just too much trains on one line, so that's the main difference from this line over here that serviced this sector as opposed to this sector right over here. So that was the main problem. Now I just gotta probably move these oil drums over to fit this line over here that I don't know where I'm gonna put later though, but we just gotta clear up the workspace there. But so far, I really like the look of the industrial area. Before it looked really wide because there was just nothing there filling in the space in. But now we have a bunch of stuff like here. It makes it look like a busy place, and it's just a lot of going on in a dense area because everything's just together. So I think it makes it a little bit smaller. Feels smaller, but it's still massively wide. I mean, it's almost the size of the industrial sector. So it's pretty crazy. But I really like this road network that I have over here, and this added T-junction over here that was used to... It's not being used as much, but it was mainly used to relieve the congestion that was happening over here because of the merging of the ramps, because the AI is not smart enough to not use both lanes. But I gotta clear up this temporary junction as well. This is just really temporary. It's pretty ugly, so but this is pretty nice. It blends in with the environment pretty well, kind of. Maybe this loop is a little bit too extreme, but I think it's okay, because yeah, I think it's okay. Is that truck hitting the ceiling? Yes, it is. So I gotta actually make this taller, so I'll do that offline. But this is it for now. The Railyard is finally complete, and it solved a lot of the cargo demand problems, but it still get a lot of I still get quite a few lack of resource problem, but I have a lot more access than before. So I gotta start specializing soon, though probably not in the next episode or anything, because I gotta add in like mass transit and stuff. I've been really holding that off for a while because I just wanted to make all this infrastructure first, and then add in the bus stop stuff later. So, but I think we really need to add some stuff because the city's grown quite a lot since the beginning, and I think adding the bus and metro and stuff will relieve congestion off the main roads here, so we could have the what is it, the hearses pick up. Well, the traffic's not even that bad actually. I don't know why there's so much death, but yeah, there's not a lot of traffic. That's weird. Should be able to pick up people. I mean, maybe I just need more crematoriums or something. But I think it's going pretty well right now. And we got some commercial growing back over here. And oh, the high rises already. That was fast. Okay, it looks awesome. Tall skyscrapers next to the Nintendo Junction. Just need some more high-rises over here and high-rises over here, and then the look will be complete. Just looks so awesome. Okay, so this is it for now. I'm gonna increase the size of this Railyard over here for the commercial purposes. So this is gonna be it for this episode here. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for the guys that are in the stream right now for joining. It's been several hours of just me building and filling in the concrete of this area and getting sidetracked a lot. But thank you guys for joining, and maybe more people will join in next time, and I guess I'll just talk more next time. But yeah, if you guys want to watch this again, this will be on YouTube. So, and I think some of you guys may be new to the stream here, but yeah, if you just scroll down on the Twitch page, you'll see like the button right there, my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for joining, and I'll catch you guys next time.